We're back here on ESPN Plus, and here's Natalie Kalibat.
Still battling it out. Longwood can't get to it. And that'll be a double for Emma Ritter, the sophomore from Maryland. We've got a Hokie on base here. Backstrom still battling Virginia Tech in the circle.
It'll be an error that'll go on Longwood. The error is the second of the first of the day, rather, for Longwood. Or waiting for it to post. It is now ruled an error.
There we go. It just came up on the scoreboard, an error.
It'll be a, wait for it to cycle around. There is the error.
Kelsey Bennett right through the hole as Emma Ritter advances to third, and a base hit for Bennett.
Yeah.
Hokies are starting to pick up the pace here, the top of the fourth.
Yeah, Bennett got it right through, pass short, and that was playable for Taylor. Made an effort at it, but just well hit off the bat of Ritter. And
now Dr. Megan Brown, also the coach.
Right.
I know I say doctor, she's also the coach. Steps out to the circle to have a little chat here, as there's one on each corner for Virginia Tech. We're still scoreless through three. We're in the top of the fourth here.
Maddie Federico is going to come in as a pinch runner at first base for Virginia Tech. A little extra speed there at first for Federico. As again, Brown is still talking out there, Nat, next to Backstrom. Of course, no outs going, and back-to-back base hits. Again, not ruled an error on that last play from third. We got the confirmation here in the booth as well, but stringing some hits together here at Tech.
We talked about the depth of that Virginia Tech lineup, the seniors, the graduate students. Here's a freshman. This is Bree Peck behind the plate with two Hokies on each corner. And a steal for Federico. You talked about that speed. We just see it right there.
Yeah, Federico ready to go, and now put him at second and third. Just quick pace.
1-0 here for Bree Peck. High fly ball. That'll be caught by Lauren Taylor for the first out for Virginia Tech. A runner on second and third with one out here in the top of the fourth.
Of course, Federico, after stealing that base, she's now 4 for 4 on the season.
Really good bunt by Jamie Bailey as Emma Ritter slides in to score. And Virginia Tech gets on the board here.
Ritter comes across, and again, bunting for a run. Look at those Hokies. They cracked the scoring. And that's just a, as you said, Natalie, well-placed bunt to bring the runner home from third, and might as well go ahead and utilize small ball here if you're Tech and crack the scoring.
Mackenzie Lauder now behind the plate. South Boston, Virginia native. Still got two Hokies on each corner. 1-0. Pitch to Lauder. And that'll be a ball, so 2-0 now for Lauder.
Of course, you know, here's Tech with one run so far, Natalie. Virginia Tech, they've racked up 68 runs on 90 hits in their first three ACC series.
Lauder will get hit by that one.
Not enough of a hit, I guess, to put her on at first. Would have loaded the bases, maybe deflected a little bit by the bat that time. Caught it just out of the corner of the eye.
Jamie Bailey safe on second with the steal.
Bailey goes to 5 for 5 this season in stolen bases. So again, that's now 2 swipes here in the 4th. The bunt got a run home. And Virginia Tech, whether they use the bunt to bring a run across or go ahead and steal against Backstrom.
Looks like coach is now going out there to have a chat.
Yeah, the whole infield's going to surround Sydney Backstrom here and talk about what to do. You've got a dangerous hitter up here, of course. Well, the entire lineup for Tech is dangerous. You can't just say that about one player in particular, but Mackenzie Lauder. I mean, the count's 3-1. You got runners at second and third. Lauder's shown a propensity this season, as every Hokie in the lineup has, for putting one out. And this Virginia Tech team, Nat, is a team that is a one-swing kind of a team. One pure one, and this is 4-zip.
They are, and Lauder has a handful of home runs so far on the season. She's dangerous. And that'll go way out left for the strike. 3-2 here now to Lauder. See that power there, even though it wasn't in play. And get a taste of that, how much strength she has.
And that's what we're talking about. You just straighten that out a little bit, and that is one hard play to make in left field.
And Lauder will get the walk. 4-2. Now the bases are loaded for the Hokies, as Darby Troll, the graduate student and the lefty, heads behind the plate.
Yeah, now you're in the spot you really don't want to be in if you're Backstrom. Right now, you just have to throw some strikes right here. And this is Troll, who's got a home run this season. Backstrom's really working away. Yeah, she's working Troll away big time here, 2-zip.
Yeah, you can see Federico wanting to come home here. She's hungry. She's like, I want to score. I want to get home. She's on third, of course, and that's the 2-1 pitch to Troll. Ball tipped. Now the 2-2. Hokies have one out, bases loaded. High ball, and that'll be caught by Mason Bazdakis of Longwood. And that'll make it 2 outs for Virginia Tech. And here comes Kelsey Brown, the junior for Virginia Tech, to battle it out with Backstrom.
If you're Bazdakis there, Nat, sorry, but if you're there at second, that's a huge catch. I mean, you get under that and you stare that down. The most important thing, one of the most important things in this inning for Longwood, getting that second out. You can still strand Virginia Tech here if you're Backstrom, if you can deal with Brown.
Yeah, if you can get through that, you can get through this. That is for sure. And this is Morgan Overitis. One count. 2 outs, bases loaded with Hokies. There's Federico on third. Swing and a miss.
That's a good pitch.
Backstrom holding it together there in the circle for Longwood. Pressure does not seem to get to her right now.
Sydney's only got 1 K. She'd love a second.
And swing and another miss. And that'll be another strikeout for Backstrom of Longwood. Hokies score 1. They jump on the board here in the top of the 4th. Virginia Tech leading 1-0. Longwood goes behind the plate after this break. Get social with the Big South. Join the always growing network of Big South fans on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more. You can also follow the conference source for game updates and on-site championship coverage via Twitter at Big South Game Day. Follow, watch, like. You can even share with the Big South Conference. Virginia Tech jumped on the board there in the top of the fourth. They lead 1-0 as Longwood looks to even the score out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Again, can't quite emphasize enough, Natalie, how big that last strikeout was for Backstrom. That was a huge opportunity for Virginia Tech.
She certainly got herself out of a jam. You're looking at Jaden Pone behind the plate, the freshman for Longwood. 0-2 here. Lemley still in the circle for Virginia Tech. She has been fantastic so far in this contest. And here's the 1-2 to Pone.
Pone, who got on first appearance, then was caught stealing.
High ball, and Virginia Tech will get to it. That was Kelsey Brown with the big catch out there. Yeah, we saw Pone had the wheels earlier. That girl can steal.
Yeah, another good catch, too, by Brown and left. And, again, the wind is deceptive because a day like this with some of the cloud cover, a little more cloudy than it was earlier in the day. It hasn't quite burned off, but the flag is really rustling just a little bit. Looks like they're going to talk it over here with Lemley.
Lemley, a freshman pitcher. She's from Forest, Virginia. When we talked to Coach earlier this week, he had nothing but fantastic things to say about her and how she leads the team on and off the circle. And here's Kelsey DeVivi of Longwood behind the plate. Tipped for the 0-1.
Of course, the biggest thing, too, we talked about yesterday with Megan Brown for Longwood and all these road games. They've had games a little bit closer finally on the back end of this trip at USC Upstate, at Charleston Southern, but otherwise just been one long bus ride.
That'll be a strike. 0-2 here. Yes, it's been a long stretch for these women. A lot of traveling.
Yeah, and we even asked Brown about that. Of course, always stories, going on in the bus. Plenty of opportunities for that to happen.
Nice hit there, but that'll be caught by Emma Ritter. Big catch, 2 outs for Longwood. Emma Lemley holding it together in the circle for the Hokies as Kelly Park gets behind the plate for Longwood.
Yeah, and now the wind is blowing right to left, so if anything is going to get out left, this may be an early opportunity for it. Kind of keep an eye on that here with Park. It's not blowing hard, but it's blowing, period.
First time it's really been blowing today.
Right.
I mean, the wind speed has been slim to none.
And again,
really great conditions.
Yeah, no, it's great, especially considering tomorrow's game against Chapel Hill for Longwood's already been canceled. It's going to be a downpour here tomorrow, but yeah, we're good today.
2-0 pitch to Park, and you can kind of see how this ballpark, it's almost in a little bit of a valley, so it might protect from some of the wind a little bit.
What a shot. Valleys in Virginia.
Gotta love it, yes.
Right, up and down the road going home.
Swing and a miss for the first strike. 2-1. Two outs for Longwood. Park battling with Lemley.
And again, you know, all the talks about Keely Richard, and for obvious reasons, but look what Emma Limley's done. I mean, we mentioned the 9 strikeouts she had against North Carolina over the weekend, but struck out 16 against Syracuse, 10 against Clemson, even had 16 Ks against Wisconsin, almost got double digits against Evansville, 9 Ks. Wow.
Lemley holding it together, and here's the 3-2 to Park.
Big spot here. You know, we saw that huge strikeout from Backstrom. Limley, it would be an equally big strikeout right here.
Lemley gets herself out of the jam with another strikeout. Virginia Tech leading 1-0 through 4. We'll be back with more right after this.